Hey everybody, it's Abby again from the Red Velvets group. Today I wanted to talk about learning in the future and specifically on the Magic School Bus. Um, since our idea is a bus, it's a vehicle, it's moving, we don't have the building anymore. So we wouldn't have the building costs or the maintenance costs for the building and the outside. Um, and I think that that would definitely save a lot of money. And since there would be cost savings from that, I think that there would be more money for technologies, specifically technologies used to aid learning. Um, all students process information differently. I don't really think any two people, two students, um, take in and process and relate things the same way. Um, so one of my other group mates, Tom, he actually kind of started out with the idea of assistive technology for having like Google Glasses for everybody. So that's kind of where I'm going off of this. I would say that that's a really good place to start for technology that could aid in the classroom. So my idea is that every single student would have a pair of like Google Glasses that would be have all the capabilities, but even more so. So most of the articles that I were reading were like really quite outdated. They were from like 2013, 2014. There were some even as early as 2007. And they were talking about the benefits of using the Google Glasses, but that they hadn't fully incorporated it, and there just wasn't enough. Um, so my thought for the future of that would be that it would have pretty much all the capabilities of a smartphone plus more. So we talked a lot about augmented reality this week in our class, or last week in the class, and I think that that would definitely has a lot of potential for schools. So each student would have these Google Glasses that are like the current version, but just more. It would have the augmented reality in it, and like have all the capabilities of smartphones and all that. I think that it would also be connected to like an earpiece so that the students would be able to have hearing capabilities um, that would match up with what they're seeing, what they're feeling, and all that. So there would be the Google Glasses, the earpiece, and then it would also, everybody would either have a tablet or a laptop that would be themselves, so it's a one-to-one, that they would be able to use, and all three of those things would kind of work together along with whatever's being done in the class. I think this would also help with ubiquitous learning, since that should be anytime, anywhere. So if they have these three things, they can kind of experience the learning. Um, and again, since we're on a bus, I feel like it embraces a lot more of that ubiquitous spirit, that you could be in the middle of a parking lot and learning about all these different things. I think that this is really good not only for um, regular learners as well as special ed learners. Um, I think that it could be adjusted to what they need. So I know a lot of people have talked about, in our class, we were talking about how like different AR things could be too much sensory stimulation for some special ed students. So by using the technology, I feel like you could step it back and tailor it specifically to that student's needs. So maybe there wouldn't be as much AR stuff, um, but it could be like more voices. Or you could be seeing more visuals, but not like jumping out at you kind of things. Um, I think that that would work out, in my opinion. Um, my biggest thing that I think is super duper awesome, especially after we watched those Microsoft videos, was the language component. Thinking about either students who are English speakers and trying to learn a new language, by having that support there, they're seeing that language and um, making connections to their daily life. So I'm walking down the street and I see the dog. The dog might come up in my glasses, so that I make the dog in another language would come up in the glasses, so I can make those connections. And after a while, it's just in your brain. Dog is this. I see the dog and I think of both words maybe. Or the other way around, somebody who's not a native English speaker can have that supportive language in their glasses or in their earpiece, so that they can follow along with everybody and they can really actually feel included rather than completely behind because they don't know the language. Um, so yeah, essentially I think that learning in the future is going to incorporate a lot more technology. In my mind, there's going to be something similar to Google Glasses but more advanced, an earpiece as well as a tablet or laptop that each student has and utilizes to um, further their learning. Um, and it's really going to be student-centered learning. Thanks so much for watching.